In the 1990s, Croatia's textile industry employed 95,000 workers. Today, only 18,000 remain, and that number is falling every day. This is the result of the conversion and privatization processes, as well as the pressure of the fast fashion industry, which further devastated domestic production. The former process included everything, from thread and fabric to the finished garment. Today, the low-end system prevails, the cheapest form of labor in which Croatia serves only as a sewing shop for foreign brands. A single piece of clothing passes through 172 hands during production, while the wages workers receive do not cover basic living needs. A garment may carry the label "Made in Croatia," even though almost everything is produced elsewhere, leaving only minimal value to the domestic industry. Fast fashion and the constant desire for new clothes create enormous amounts of waste that the planet can barely withstand. Second-hand clothing can be exported outside the EU, but most of it, 87%, is incinerated or sent to landfills. The average garment today lasts a little more than 3 years, even though it could endure between 100 and 200 wears. Less than half of used clothing is collected for reuse or recycling, and only 1% is recycled into new garments. Every piece of clothing we throw away is part of a global environmental footprint that accumulates in the soil and air, leaving a trace for centuries. The textile industry is estimated to be responsible for around 20% of global clean water pollution, primarily due to fabric dyeing processes. Producing a single cotton t-shirt consumes about 2,700 liters of fresh water, an amount that would be enough to provide one person with drinking water for almost 2.5 years. More clothing production means more wastewater, while garments themselves are lasting ever shorter. Water thus becomes a silent witness to an industry that takes more than it gives back, and every purchase participates in this invisible flow. Even small choices can change the future. We can buy less and choose clothing that lasts. We can prioritize natural and renewable materials instead of plastics that remain for centuries. By repairing, altering, and caring for what we already own, we can extend its life. Instead of buying new, we can choose secondhand or clothing swaps more often. We can dispose of textiles responsibly so that as little as possible ends up in landfills. Fashion that lasts not only protects the planet, but also gives value to human labor.